Hello and welcome everyone to the Netolic Raid Call Pro League. It's been a few days, but here we are back in the West Division with the Losers Bracket Round 3 game between Shitbirds and Root Gaming. And this Losers Bracket Round 3, it's on the surface, it seems like it's just any other game, but actually it's one of the most consequential games of the entire tournament because these teams are fighting not only to stay alive, but to end in the money of the tournament or not. The team that wins this in the West Division will be guaranteed third place or better, and that's a great showing for a team to have. Additionally, they will be out of the best of one section of the tournament and into at least a best of three in the Losers Bracket Finals. So it all comes down to this game. Best of one, an elimination game. Root Gaming and Shitbirds have taken different routes here. Root Gaming, of course, coming out of the winner's bracket, then dropping down. Shitbirds coming out of the loser's bracket and just grinding their way through so far. And we are up into the draft, so at that point I'm going to introduce myself and my co-caster. This is Netolic TV, Netolic TV, your official English stream for this tournament. I'm Vykromond, and my co-caster, Presidente, should be on the line right now. How you doing, man?
Yes, I am on the line.
Ooh, you sound different. Are you,
Am I? Is something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. You just sound a little weird. Are you using a different device?
No, this is my same headset. I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe I'm just talking differently today.
Maybe.
I don't know. Stuff happens.
So, what's your take on the draft so far?
I love Wisp.
Yeah, we haven't seen Wisp that much this tournament.
I think we saw him once or twice in the Chinese games. One time, he just swept.
Right.
And the other time, it went so poorly that the game was over in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we've actually seen, ironically enough, Io has been seen more in the East Division of this tournament than the West Division. I think just because he gets banned so often in the West Division.
Yeah, and he's one of those interesting... It's one of those interesting heroes
It's a
where...
he, actually.
It's a he?
That one's
is
settled
that
because the lore specifically states that it's a he.
You know I'm gonna have to double check this now.
Please do, but I assure you I'm correct.
Okay, in-game Dota too slow. But anyways, so far we're seeing 3 of the 4 fundamentals, so that also makes me happy. But the odds of seeing an Enigma pick right here would just make my day. But that said, I do think Root are playing to their strengths. I know they really do like playing with that global CK Wisp combo.
Yeah.
And Bounty Hunter is one of their favorite heroes to be playing that off lane, as they feel like they can take a lot of advantage of that. In particular, Bounty Hunter works very well with CK. You use basically Bounty Hunter as a scout. You find someone who's solo, you TP those two in, you track, you get free gold.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's going to be definitely their plan. The only thing is their lanes are also fairly predictable. Obviously, CK and IO have 2 parts of a tri-lane. They're going to run the Bounty Hunter solo, and what they're going to be missing is a mid, and I think Shitbirds are going to very, very aggressively ban mids in the second phase, since of course they've already secured the Magnus for their own middle lane. So Puck, Queen of Pain probably going to get booted out, maybe even something like a Templar Assassin, because that would sync up with CK Bounty Hunter very well.
Okay, according to lore, Wisp is an it.
No, it's not true.
Here is a line from the lore. A benevolent cooperative force, Wisp bonds its strength to others. Its strength unimaginable. The perfect expression of its motives and
Okay, but wait. Let me blow your mind. Look at the tooltip for his W. Io twists the particles of the universe with his unimaginable capabilities.
You know what? I am confused. The lore is wrong. Or either that or the tool tips are wrong. But besides that, I I know Shitbirds are banning out solo mids like the TA and the Puck. I can't help but feel this is going to bite them in the ass when they see a dual mid coming out of Root.
You think they're going to run the CKIO duel?
Yes.
I actually don't know how much I think that's that strong against Magnus specifically. We used to see that a lot, but then when Magnus became a ubiquitous solo mid, it's kind of fallen off even when IOCKs run. Because I feel like Skewer puts the Wisp in so much... Not Skewer. Shockwave puts the Wisp in so much danger, just because Wisp is fairly fragile and the Shockwave has such a good range, that Wisp ends up taking just a lot of damage the longer he tries to stay in the lane. But I don't know. I mean, maybe.
The reason why I say that is because if we look at Root's bans, they were actually very light on support bans.
Well, 2 out of... Nyx,
well, the Disruptor
Shadow
is more of a
Demon,
targeted
Disruptor.
ban because of IO, right?
Yeah.
So that I don't really count that. I count that as a targeted ban.
Okay.
Because we have seen Disruptor play in the off lane and solo mid. Not in this tournament, but
That's
before.
true.
Right?
Yeah.
And I can't help but feel Root predicted these bans coming out of Shitbirds, because that's very obvious what the enemy might be thinking. So for Root, they could go for another solo, or they could go for a dual lane, but they actually do go for a solo mid. So I'm completely wrong. I feel bad.
Win some, lose some, my friend. Win some, lose some. So Root do pick up the Queen of Pain. I think they would have loved to have that Templar Assassin, but in the end, Shepherds didn't spend all 3 of their bans going for mids. They did take out that Rubik. I actually like this Rubik ban quite a bit. He's a good support and great against Magnus. And so Root takes the strongest remaining solo mid from there, securing that Queen of Pain for themselves and passing it back to Shitbirds, who basically need some form of solo lane presence and or jungle. And then, of course, they also need another support. I think Darkseer would actually be pretty good here. What do you think the other options are?
Darkseer is okay against Chaos Knight by virtue of Chaos Knight building most of his strength items, so his illusions hit quite hard in return.
Right.
That said, he's really weak against Bounty Hunter because Bounty Hunter is built around that crit and mostly damage items, and this is going to be nasty actually because Fatal Bonds is nearly broken. The way I'm seeing this from Shitbirds though, it's going to be maybe a midding Warlock.
Yeah,
with
Magnus solo.
Mag off lane, and if that's the case, I really hope Root picks a jungler right here, and I hope it's Darkseer. Oh, the problem with Darkseer then is that they're really shifting a lot of the support burden onto IO, and that's a little bit weak because I don't think IO is best suited to a 5 role. But
10 seconds remaining.
It's still an option.
It is.
5
I'm a little
seconds
bit
remaining.
concerned about. I think almost might work for Shitbirds / skill difference is that if they added on a support that's very good aggressively along with Keeper of the Light, even if it's something like, I don't know, Bane's not great against this lineup, but something that goes well with the Coddle Gyrocopter would make the possibility of them actually running an aggressive Trilane and Magnus against Bounty Hunter solo versus solo. Because I don't trust the Magnus against CKIO and whatever plus X. I feel like that solo lane's going to be very...
Boom!
We do have it. Now all we need is, for the full lore 5 Fecta, we need Elder Titan to be patched in within the next 30 seconds or so.
I so called it. I feel so amazing.
You
in
did.
This delayed calling.
You anti-called it. You said we would be very unlikely to see the Enigma. You don't get credit just for mentioning the name.
I would say it's unlikely, but I'm talking about the off-lane Queen of Pain, dual mid CK Wisp, and Enigma jungler.
10 seconds remaining.
It's gonna be if it ends up being like that, it'll be safe lane solo Queen of Pain.
Remaining.
Yeah, it's
not
gonna be
off
safe
lane. Yeah.
No, I think it's off lane Queen of Pain, safe lane Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is easier to shut down, so they would have put him in a safer position. Because you're talking about 1 Sentry War, Bounty Hunter is now preventing from farm, especially against a keeper.
Maybe. I mean, I guess they could do that. We do have Jakiro coming out from Shitbirds, so that'll fill out their roster. Almost certainly a Warlock solo mid if I had to guess, although, yeah, I can't really see any other way that this works out for them other than that. And the interesting thing for them, of course, is where does the Magnus go? I want to quickly give a shout out to our sponsor, since I haven't mentioned that yet today. This is the Netolic Raid Call Pro League. Primary sponsor is Raid Call, the voice over IP program. You should check them out, www.raidcall.com. And, of course, Channel 2013 in Raid Call is your sort of headquarters to discuss the games, be eligible for giveaways, and all that good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and introduce Root, and then you can take up Shitbird / Skill Difference. So, Root Gaming. They've made it this far. They're going to play for at least 3rd place and part of the prize pool. We have Monkeys Forever on the Chaos Knight, being supported by Rolo on the Io. Then filling out their lineup is Fun on the Enigma, Locklock on the Queen of Pain, and Taku, I think a stand-in on the Bounty Hunter.
On Shitbirds, we're seeing Fancy Cat, I think, a villain on the off lane with Dilated Mind on the Gyrocopter, Bear Force 1 playing the Keeper of the Light. Sanju is midding, and there's the offlaner Kia on the Magnus, and I totally called this. Oh, I didn't call an aggressive tri-lane, but I called them solo midding and then off-laning Mag. But
yeah, but I think I called that it was going to be an aggressive tri-lane, so... Still racking up points on both sides here, folks.
Oh, man.
You're sure to hear more and more about which of us actually makes the occasional correct call in between our flurry of completely incorrect nonsense.
I feel like Michael Patcher sometimes, where I just keep spouting nonsense and some of it's going to be right.
Is that the, that's the Winbush Morgan analyst. Capital analyst or whatever? He always says
no,
wrong
he does
things
video
about...
games.
Yeah.
He does video game analyst. But honestly, I think Root now realize what's up. They got an aggressive tri-lane up against them. And I don't know, I feel like Earthshaker would have been a stronger offensive tri-lanes with the Keeper of the Light just because he can be his mana issues can be solved by Chakra Magic.
Right.
In addition, the Wombo combo, man. The Wombo combo. Just Fatal Bonds, RP, Warlock Golem, and then finish with an Echo Slam.
Or...
Honestly.
Wait. You're talking about for Shitbirds?
I'm talking about for Shitbirds. I think the
Oh,
Earthshaker
no, I like the Jakiro a lot. I think he's much stronger in a tri-lane context than Earthshaker is. He'll be able to pressure a little more heavily. And additionally, Jakiro is just as good in that context. Sure, you don't get Echo Slam, but Macropyre and then an Ice Path gives you more stun and just a ton of damage as well. I think it's just as competent, honestly.
No such thing as outstunning the Earthshaker. That's not possible. Okay, because Aftershock is a 1.2 second stun on every ability.
Right. But that involves the Earthshaker actually hitting like all of his spells and having a Blink Dagger to get in. And I don't know.
That's absolutely the case. And if we're talking about pure damage output, Macropyre, it does outdamage the Echo Slam, but Echo Slam at least still does thing against BKB targets.
Sure, that's true. But at any rate, we'll see how it works out. Obviously, they have chosen to fill out this tri-lane with Jakiro, and I'm a little concerned for Root in this early laning phase, with just the Justin, Io, and Chaos Knight standing up against a full, pretty strong aggressive tri-lane coming out from SBS. Of course, if Fun finds his farm on this Enigma, he'll be able to do quite a bit, unfortunately. He does see the Mud Golems and immediately turn around since everybody hates Mud Golems. Actually, he's been really unlucky. These are two very difficult packs for him to deal with here, and of course, SBS have blocked out this third pack, so gonna be a little bit of a slower Enigma development than we usually see here for Fun.
It actually really interesting because of the ward placement that Shitbirds went for, I don't believe this particular ward blocks off this large camp. So
no, it doesn't.
It's because it's just off of that little magic bush spot where the overlap happens.
Right.
So honestly, that could throw Root off, and they gotta de-ward this
because they don't think it's on the shrub spot, although it's adjacent to it.
Yeah, it's literally right there. So if they put a sentry ward like around here or over here, they might miss this one completely.
That's a good point. Although they're not actually currently holding any sentry wards. I really feel this is a bit of miscommunication, maybe? I don't know. Are they holding sentry wards?
No, there's no sentry wards, but
I
they
just
are
feel like
hunting.
they haven't guaranteed the Enigma really his spot in the jungle at all, and it concerns me. Not to mention, Kya on the Magnus is doing very well up top here. He's got 17 last hits to Taku's 8.
I feel like Taku should be spending less time trying to harass down Kia and just get his farm, because frankly, this is going to be the easiest lane a bounty hunter is going to get in ages. Like, to be quite honest, there is no kill potential here until Kia hits level 6, but wow, he's actually getting harassed down dramatically. This could be dangerous.
Ooh, Kya pretty low. Taku has picked up that Orb of Venom for even more harassment potential. Kya does pull back, though. The problem with killing Magnus is, of course, the Bottle Crow. And in this case, Warlock is not Bottle Crowing. We do have Kya getting the majority of these courier trips just to sustain him in this lane, and it's working out great.
That's absolutely the case. One of the big things Kia needs to be careful of, though, especially against Taku, right? If he gets below about 200 health, he's going to die. There's nothing Kia can do about that. And I say that only if Taku really gets another point to Shuriken Toss. So
wow, such aggressive play coming out from SBS here, and they're going to go on Rolo. We do have the Rocket Barrage coming out. One more last hit, and yes, Dilated Mind is able to secure the first blood. Trouble for Fancy Cat. He will probably get picked off on the back foot here. So yes, Monkeys Forever secures a kill. Dilated Mind secures a kill. We have both #1 players securing kills, but the first blood will go to SBS, and they're starting to eke out a little bit of an advantage. Flip side being, of course, that these three heroes together aren't earning quite as much XP as the Enigma is in the jungle.
One of the big things about a Wisp CK lane is that this is the most aggressive lane Wisp can do, and against Shitbirds, it's not going to happen.
Right.
So it's actually a problem for them. But this homing missile isn't going to do anything. It's going to just get blown out of the water here.
They just want to harass Monkeys Forever back repeatedly, and so far it's working. I mean, that's his last, I think it's the last healing item in this lane. So any more harassment is not permanent, but something that they can't immediately just heal right back up. But Fun, he is level 4. In about 200 more experience points, he will have that tier 3 Maledict, Malefice, but of course that doesn't add the other tick onto it until later. Kya and Taco, meanwhile, dueling it out. Will Taco actually find the kill here? Kya doesn't have any mana, but Taco doesn't really have the health to prosecute this either. Trap goes out on Kya. He will Shockwave? No, he doesn't quite land it.
Shockwave is going to kill Bounty Hunter. I hope he knows that.
He knows, but I don't think he can find the angle. He wants to save it up.
No, I'm talking about Taku. I hope he
Big
knows
kill
that
coming out on Sanju. There's the Malefice. The ult comes down. He's going to try to return damage out to Look-Like, but Rolo's here as well. The Tether Stun coming out. Spirit's damage might bring him down. No, it actually is the Queen of Pain auto attack, but Fun gets brought down by the Golem. So 1 for 1 there. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the XP fruits of his labor, but wow! This Golem is just whacking away at Low-Clock. He does blink away, uses that cooldown comes up, he gets out from under the Golem. He's going to be okay here. Ice Path coming out. Monkeys Forever, because Rolo's not here. Only a 1-second stun on Dilated Mind. They might kill him under the tower right here. Reality Rift comes out. Dilated Mind is going to have to flee from it. We actually see a buyback. Dilated Mind, he might die to creep damage. He does! And Fun TP's in. They're trying to deal damage to these supports. They will probably make it out. But so far, it's basically a trade. Ooh, 2 seconds on Fancy Cat. That's going to be a lot of damage. 1 more Malefice. 3 seconds for it. Ice Path gets thrown out. He will stun. Reality Rift gets thrown out. Fancy Cat is down. Fun taking a bunch of damage as well. But Bear Force 1 actually ends up copying the Malefice. Will he die as well? Will Root completely turn this around? Looks like they may. Bear Force 1 needs 1 more last hit. Yes! Enigma actually gets the kill.
Malefice ticks.
Yeah, it must have been the
it was an Eidolon. It was an Eidolon.
Eidolon, yeah. So Root, they managed to really turn that dive around with a very clever buyback from Monkeys Forever, and actually trouble for Sanju. He doesn't have his ultimate. Here's Taco. He is tracked up. He puts the heal on himself, but Low-Clock is just going to have way too much damage. He's going to pop the ultimate, and that secures the kill. Their first track kill of the game, and all of a sudden, Root look very much in control.
I absolutely love this Wisp pick, because he is one of my favorite heroes. I really like it. I don't usually play support, but when I do, it's usually Wisp. Or Battle Keeper, but I feel awful about doing that one.
I don't want to talk about your Battle Keeper. It's not appropriate.
You never played against my Battle Keeper. You only played against my Meepo.
It's just like every other Battle Keeper.
I used to play solo mating Battle Keeper Radiance Rushing after Boots of Travel.
That's not
hell of a
fit
split
content
push
for this stream.
Anyways, more relevantly, Kia moving on to the spot lane with an RP, so that's got to keep Monkeys Forever on his toes. And I really hope that they're aware of this.
Him. Yeah.
Because I think they spotted the runes up on top, and they looks like Root don't have vision on the bottom, but I think Kia just walked over to the other rune, and they're actually going to be rotating into mid for Fun. Fun is really
very low. He's actually, this is a little overly, I mean, he's just going to die to the Illumine. Oh no, they've actually missed the Illumine, and now he knows, but there's the Ice Path, there's the Shockwave, and a pretty trivial kill on the Enigma there. Just a bit of overconfidence to actually stay in and not go back to the fountain with such low life when you're up against a team that can just do these long-distance bombs on you. Low-Clock taking a bit of Illuminate damage as well. But the Eidolons managing to scout out this position of Kya, Fancy Cat, and Dilated Mind. Will they be able to pick off Low-Clock? It seems like they very much want to. He is 2-0, so he's getting a pretty good start on this Queen of Pain. But Kya, the thing is, he doesn't even have his Arcane Boots. Has he gone roaming a little bit too early?
I absolutely agree, and I was actually going to bring this up. I still think Root are getting the edge right now. The supports are spending so much time out of the lane. Kia is spending so much time out of the lane. Fact is, he's actually starting to fall behind Monkeys Forever in terms of XP. And that's a problem.
Definitely.
And that's
I mean, Root have a pretty secure advantage. They have a 2-level jump from Bounty Hunter to, from Taco onto Kya. And then a 1-level jump from Low-Clock onto, who's on Warlock? Sanju. So this is something that they're going to have to deal with. Ooh, Kya and Loclock actually fighting it out. Will he pop the RP for this? He misses it! He misses it! And Loclock, he'll be able to turn this right around. He gets a trivial pickoff. And meanwhile, Taco actually got the kill on Bear Force 1 as well with the track gold. They'll trade off. SBS, they will pick up a tower here. Sanju healing himself up. Will he die before he manages to bring the golem down? No! The golem has come down. Sanju is still alive. The golem is whacking away, but Taco is still up. They're picking off Fancy Cat. He is actually probably going to die here. He throws out the ice path that does stun Taco. He throws out the Q, and yes! The bounty hunter gets brought down. Jakiro probably going to live as well. And Kya on the chase. Fun gets out with 25 HP. He has the buckler. Hopefully that helped him a little bit there. And Root, I still think that they're picking up advantages in each of these engagements, even if they are now down a tower.
I'd like to say it was the buckler that saved him. 2 to all attributes is 38 health.
That's true. That's true.
So it was exactly the buckler that saved him in that fight.
Good for him.
I know, right? That it's just that lucky buy. But Kya's
going to get relocated on. Here comes Rolo and Monkeys Forever. This is not going to be a live mag. This is going to try to secure. He skewers back just Rolo, but the 4 seconds done. Managing to actually secure the kill there. And Monkeys Forever now on the board. This Chaos Knight IO lineup now online. And I think Root have to be feeling pretty good now.
Yeah, we are seeing that Monkeys Forever is starting to work towards that armor with that early Gloves of Haste. At least I hope it's an armlet, but then again, he also has a casual gauntlet. So that's probably drums. It's weird that he's trying to build 2 items at the same time, personally.
Well, Gloves of Haste. Casual Gloves is something we've seen on some heroes, particularly Lone Druid. Sometimes on Life Stealer you build a bunch of Gloves of Haste early on and fill out the items later. Less often on Chaos Knight, but...
Yeah, but those are justified on Lone Druid and Chaos Knight because they're looking at...
Oh, Monkeys Forever, he actually gives it away with the Reality Rift, but Bear Force 1 taking a lot of damage. But here comes the call down. 1 hit, 4 seconds on Bear Force 1, but they're not going to be able to take advantage of it. Spirit damage getting done, but Rolo will get picked off very quickly. The Ice Path, unfortunately, more or less wasted, so they're probably going to have to retreat out of this position as Loclock starts lurking in the shadows. And SBS, they have vision here, but they really don't have vision closer to their lane. And Taku, he's lurking in the shadows as well. He's between the tier 1 and 2 towers. Might try to get a pick off here, but they know he's here. He actually still has 4 seconds for his escape, but Phase Blitz looks like it'll do the job. Do they actually have detection? It doesn't look like they do. The homing missile does home in on him. They're going to see him briefly with the tier 2 mid tower. No, he's actually playing very cleverly. And we actually see a relocate in the back by Monkeys Forever and Rolo trying to take advantage of an overextension from SBS. But SBS aren't looking to overextend just yet. Fancy Cat juking out, faking out the Ice Path, and there we go. 2 Sentry Wards basically wasted for SBS. No kill, but no kill for the relocate either. And Loclock, meanwhile, where the heck is he?
Loclock is back? No,
yeah,
where is he?
Right.
Yeah, he's back at base. One of the big things to consider is, although Shitbirds are now behind on kills, they've actually managed to pull ahead in terms of goal, I believe, thanks to these 2 towers.
Not XP.
Yeah, they're actually marginally ahead, though, with only 2 towers that only have a 1,000 goal lead, and that's actually just 1 tower.
Right.
So, basically, one of their tower kills is to break even.
Right, of course. I mean, they're fighting up against a bounty hunter who has that ability. He has had 3 track kills, so it's quite a bit of extra gold for Root, in addition to the fact that they do have the gold advantage. But SBS, I think, that actually means that their creep farm is probably a little better. But oh, Kya in a lot of trouble here. The Malefice coming out, the ultimate. He does skewer Loclock back, but I'm sure he didn't want to bring anybody back. And the Eidolons pick up the final kill there, as Fun continues to spam out that buckler activation, just to pressure, clear out this creep wave quickly and move on to the tier 1 tower.
Honestly, Buckler is one of the best abilities
Like
items
we have
in
a
the
deny
game.
coming out. Yes, successful deny, but Monkeys Forever is actually going to get Warlock ulted down. Will Rolo make it out? Smart tether there defensively. And this Golem only really secures them 1 kill. And actually Taco, once again, going to try to maybe pick up a kill here. He's got the Blade of Alacrity, so this is probably Diffusal Blade, I think? Oh man, poor Bear Force 1, he's tracked up, the Shuriken interrupts it, he's going to Blinding Light, and actually he survives. They do use the Gyrocopter ultimate, but Keeper of the Light surviving there is great for them.
That was a clutch Ice Path.
Yeah,
like that was the only thing that kept him alive there, is the Ice Path. That said, Jakiro looking awfully close to the...
Ooh, Chaos Knight. Haha, they relocate right on top of... Sorry, folks, for missing that kill. It came out of nowhere. But yes, they do pick off the retreat of Bear Force 1.
Yeah, honestly, with all of these ultimates dropped, really the only thing they have left is the RP, and the RP you have to be very careful about.
Will they find themselves pincered here, SBS? Ya is in the fray, actually. Good Ice Path yet again. The Black Hole comes out, Dilated Mind is caught in it, he'll probably get meleeed down. He manages to finish his Shadow Blade. Sandra gets Reality Rifted, his TP is cancelled. Fancy Cat's not going to make it out of here, and lots of deaths, unfortunately, suffered by Shitbirds in their attempt to pierce this tier 2. Good pincer motion from Root, actually picks them off from the front and the back. And Dilated Mind, still the most farmed person on the map. He has his Shadow Blade and his Phase Boots, but the problem is, after him comes 4 players from Root Gaming.
I would like to mention that I was talking about the mechanism on the Jakiro. It's already up on Fun, so that's a big item for Enigma. On top of all that, looks like Rollo did pick up Arcane Boots over Soul Ring this game, and Kia looking to get a big RP here though.
So Kia could get picked up before he manages to RP. 4-second stun! The damage coming out. Low-Clock will finish him off. Yes! The Magnus is down. All of a sudden, SBS can't feel good about this fight at all. The call down is whiffing completely. Fancy Cat trying to take a step up. He actually whiffs the Ice Path too. So the ability's not landing for them at all. Fancy Cat may get picked up here. Lots of damage from Rollo about to get thrown in. Yes, the Isle manages to land the kill. Fatal Bond's getting thrown out. Only a 2-second stun on Sandra, but 30 seconds left for his ultimate. The Rocket Barrage comes out. They're going to maybe chase this as all the heroes of Root are very low, but I'm not sure how well this chase is going to go. A Relocate comes out. 12 seconds until a fully refreshed Io and CK re-enter the fray. Kia is probably going to have to try to reinforce this fight if he can. The Illuminate starts charging. Will it actually hit in time? It does! It does bring Rollo down partially, but Dilated Mind taking so much damage already. Oh no, it's a 4-second stun. Low-Clock bringing in a lot of damage. I don't think Bear Force 1 is going to escape this one either. They will get it now. And Low-Clock, he improves to 508. And Root now are firmly in command of this game status.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, I wonder why he's sticking around, because I know when they come back, they're going to murder him. And they totally stuck around. Yeah. I guess they were hoping that they could put out more damage, and as broken and as much damage as Rocket Barrage does, and it's a lot of damage, it's not enough to kill a 1300 health Chaos Knight.
Right. And now SBS... Yeah, and now SBS find themselves in the greatest dilemma facing a CK-IO composition, which is this. You're behind 10k XP, so you need to spread out to actually find your levels and try to catch up so you can win teamfights. But being spread out is exactly what CK and IO want, because they can pick you up solo. So what do SBS have to do to actually find their levels, or do they need to just all in?
That's, honestly, I have no idea. The problem is they can't really farm their jungle because that's where Taku is. He's spending all of his time basically behind enemy lines, scouting for kills for their Wisp CK. And he's doing a phenomenal job at that. You see, the second he spotted out Kia, he starts paying. Right, so they're actually going to drop in a TP onto Kia very soon.
Maybe, although there's a lot of heroes here. Taku, by the way, oh, we are going to have to relocate. Kia's already in trouble. He RPs. The Golem comes down. This is the combo they wanted. They're doing a lot of damage. The call down will probably kill Low-Clock. Yes, and they find it. They find the combo. 4 in exchange for 2. They lose their teamfight ultimates, but their ultimates were used anyway. And meanwhile, they managed to kind of clean up Root in that engagement. So maybe this is it. Maybe just wait for your ultimates to be up and only fight when they... Oh, wow, what a lucky dust. They actually know exactly where Taco is, but can they catch him? Can they land the Ice Path? They need it to be more or less perfect, or Taco will escape. It is not perfect. Fancy Cat whiffs the Ice Path once again, and the dust will expire. They will not find the kill on Taco. He's safe on this Bounty Hunter. That would be very tragic if he actually bought back into dying. He has gone Yasha, by the way, which is interesting. I really thought he would make that Diffusal, but is this Manta or S&Y or what's going on here?
It's going to be a Manta.
Okay.
And it's going to be used mostly for a little bit more DPS. It gives Bounty more damage, I think, than the Diffusal Blade. And second, because you can't crit on Diffusal Mana Burn. And I think it gives you a little bit more front-loaded damage. On top of that, it still dispels dust, and it does it less frequently, but more reliably.
Right. Okay, yeah, I think you're probably right.
Oh,
Bear Force 1, he is caught up by Taco. Yeah, not even close. I didn't even have time to comment on the spells Taco was using, because Bear Force 1 just died way too fast. And Keeper of the Light, I mean, he can die very easily against these sorts of stealth initiators, like, not initiators, but stealth gankers like Nyx Assassin, like Bounty Hunter. And that's exactly what Taco's doing, just feeding on Keeper of the Light repeatedly, continuing to extend. Root actually still not that ahead on gold, because if you do look at the net worth, Gyrocopter's still ruling the roost, and that's the big hope for SPS, is that their ultimates will be matched by great AoE damage from Gyrocopter. And so far, that's the one part of their plan that has not been totally stuffed yet. And so it's still keeping hope alive in that respect.
Absolutely, but one of the big problems is that
no, the big problem is this. Dilated Mind could be in a lot of trouble. He actually Shadow Blades. Oh, but somehow it got picked off. The ultimate does come down. Call down getting thrown out. Good Ice Path. Skewer to follow. Dilated Mind still alive. 4 seconds stun on him, actually. Good Blinding Light from Bear Force 1. And Monkey's Forever trying to go back in. He actually Reality Rests. He probably will pick up Dilated Mind here. No! 56 HP. The low clock AoE will pick off the Gyrocopter. They actually get the Courier as well. So, nonetheless, I have to say SPS earning at least a partial victory with that fight. They still see Taku. They've got the Sentry Ward, but he will probably walk away from here. He's just too fast for them to deal with. Fancy Cat, he throws out the Ice Path, but once again missing. These Ice Paths are not on point. Localock making up yet another kill. No, he can't possibly pursue this. Sanju, he's in trouble now. Good Blinding Light again. There's the Ice Path that they wanted. The ultimate comes down. The Golem is hit. Taku gets picked off very quickly. Sanju actually dies to Wisps. But Rolo, he may tether his way on out of here. They probably can't chase the Ice Path that's thrown out. The Skewer from Kya completely misses the Shockwave. What a bad aim that was. He probably actually can't pursue this any further, so they don't get their kill on Rolo. But very chaotic fights happening.
I have no idea what was on the courier, so I can't say exactly who completely edged out in that fight. Shitbirds executed phenomenally, got, I think, 5 kills out of that entire trade, where Root only managed to grab 3, but then Root also grabbed a courier, which in itself is like 900 gold. So it's hard to say. Actually, it's like 875, but you know, that's like 900 gold.
I had the wrong settings for my Fog of War, so I was like, why can't I see anything?
But yeah, it's hard for me to say who really won both. And Taku.
I think I would say that. I mean, here's the thing. I would say Root won because A, the Courier, B, the kill on Dilated Mind. So if you've got to kill only one person on Shitbirds, right now it's got to be this Gyrocopter, because he's their Great White Hope, right? Like, he's their way of getting back into this game, is on the back of this Gyrocopter and the ultimates. Killing the ultimates, not killing the ultimates, I mean, they're going to be walking ult sticks the entire game. Ideally, you want to keep their levels down, but they've already really succeeded at that. You can see that. Actually, we've seen a little bit of catch-up from the levels from SPS, because the nice thing for SPS is that trading a team fight gets them more XP than it does get Root, because they're obviously behind on levels. But overall, I think any fight in which they kill Dilated Mind is a fight that they're happy with.
That's absolutely the case. Every kill they get on Dilated Mind is the kills that's really going to keep away the big damage coming out of the opposing team. And I wonder why it's taking me so long for my Dota to reconnect. But
the game's actually paused right now.
Yeah, it's weird. I timed out, and I'm waiting for everything to fix up. But anyways, what I'm bringing up is that Magnus still very, very far away from his Blink Dagger. Either that or was on the Courier, and now he's 2 minutes away from his Blink Dagger anyways.
Right.
And that's a big deal, because for Shitbirds to really get their whole initiation combo off, it really depends on a good RP.
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to depend on a good RP. I think, no doubt, any fight in which they don't find their ultimate combos is a fight that they're going to just get blown out of the water in. But a fight in which they do find the ultimate combos can be turned, even if it begins to look unfavorable for them.
Yeah, that's absolutely mostly because of the... Man, Fatal Bonds is so nasty. With 6 targets, if you land on all 5, Gyrocopter is doing 220... That's a lot more than that. Let's see. 100, 500... He's doing almost like 700% more damage than one regular right click with just Fatal Bonds damage. 700%. So like with his current damage, he'd be hitting for almost 700 damage a hit for 6 hits.
It's a lot of damage.
In team fight damage. So by the time his Flat Cannon is done, he's done over 4,200 damage to the enemy team.
Right.
And he will have that time assuming a good RP or even a good rock.
Right. But this is all pie in the sky unless he does find the farm to actually build that up.
I'm talking about with like his current damage.
Oh, wait. How can he possibly reach 400 with his current damage?
It's 700 damage to total team fight damage per hit, right? Because he's hitting each target
yeah, I mean, okay, fine. Yes.
130.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, fine.
So it's up to about 600 with Fatal Bonds damage. It gets up to a much higher number as well, 120% of more.
Sure.
So
Sure.
it gets absurd.
No, definitely. I think
output.
the Wombo combo here is definitely strong, and Gyrocopter definitely serves as a great addition to any sort of team fight AoE combo or what have you.
Oh, I definitely did that math wrong. Yeah, I did that very wrong. Because each hit is doing 20% per target. So that's a total of 100% additional target. Oh, Jesus.
I think you should go with mental math for this and then report the final results here.
No. I need a piece of paper for this, but...
Well, you have a whole mini-map, Elprez. Right here. Come on.
It goes from like 650, multiply that by 2, so it's actually doing 1,300 damage a single flat cannon shot, assuming, again, all 5 are hit by the Fatal Bonds.
This is some serious theory crafting here, because of course you're not going to hit all 5 with the Fatal Bonds. You're not going to. I
always do best case scenario with my math.
Wow,
which is probably why I make so many mistakes. But in terms of estimates,
you know what I would love to see from this Jakiro, or even honestly from Kya. Although no, he should focus on his Blink Dagger, and obviously Warlock should focus on his Aghanim Scepter. But you know what I would love to see from probably the Jakiro, since he's the number 4, and Keeper Led is number 5. I would love Veil of Discord. I think he'll be huge in this game.
I completely agree. Veil of Discord is going to amplify the damage from the Illuminate. That's 500 damage. The Warlock's Chaotic Golem, which doesn't do that much damage when it drops, but, you know, it hits really, really hard. And I believe the Flaming Fist is magic damage.
Yeah, it is.
Jakiro's Macropyre, obviously.
Right.
Shockwave, Skewer, and Call Down.
It's a lot, honestly, and I feel like with Veil, you come from almost killing everybody if all those things land to definitely guaranteed killing everybody. And even if Gyrocopter gets picked off early, you might still win the fight, which would be a big deal for them, in my opinion. Fun building towards his BKB. Lowclock wants Sheepstick. Definitely agree with that. It's a big deal. And Monkeys Forever just finished up his drums and armlets, so he's looking pretty good as well. This Chaos Knight looking more and more legit. But I think the moment in which they can... Oh, no, Taku... Oh, no, actually, this is their Sentry Ward. No, they do see him. Oh, they actually pop an RP to pick off this bounty. They actually pop off a hell of a lot of ultimates to kill him. But they kill him, and that's... they can breathe easy for a little bit of time without having to worry about Bounty Hunter tracking them down. Okay, we do have Taku building towards that defusal.
It is pretty interesting, actually, that Taku has been running around a lot with Sentry Wards. And what he's been doing is that he's been de-warding all the Sentry Wards that have been in place from like previous attempts on his life.
Right.
Just to make sure they're not there the next time he's running around. Right. So, actually pretty interesting play coming out.
Relocate coming out. Bear Force 1 Sandra could be in a world of trouble here. He does not have the Golem. He doesn't have the Rock to call down. Oh my god, it's a lot of damage coming out. The Blinding Light gets thrown out. Good Ice Path actually stuns out Monkeys Forever. They've stunned Fun as well. And Dilated Mind is in here, and suddenly this doesn't look so great for Root. Everybody gets out except Monkeys Forever, but Fun manages to still die just from the damage from the Fatal Bonds. And I think they'll lose Monkeys Forever here, too. Rolo is actually still in enemy territory with about 2 seconds stun. The Call Down misses, the Ice Path misses, but I don't know if Monkeys Forever can possibly survive here. The homing missile will start to chase the Shockwave. He's actually still alive. The courier responds. What was it carrying? Just a magic wand recipe, so nothing too important. Monkeys Forever is leading them on a merry chase here, so they definitely won't find the Rolo kill. They probably will kill Monkeys Forever sooner or later. Yes, the stun comes out. They will Shockwave. The Chaos Knight dies, but he's wasted a colossal amount of time in that period. This will finally be Kya's Blink Dagger, at least.
I would have loved to see like a clutch Phantasm that led to him still running away.
Like when the homing missile is about to hit?
Yeah, to disjoint the homing missile, and then like some pro Meepo level micro skills where he uses his phantasms to block the opponents. But I think he still would have died to the shockwave.
Yeah. Maybe with level 3 phantasms, then you get more phantasms to work with, but unfortunately no. Yeah, I mean shockwave was going to be hard to get rid of no matter what. Taku still trying to find the kills. Will he actually be able to kill Bear Force 1 here? He definitely wants to. I saw him lift up his... Yes, he is attacking. Bear Force 1 needs the Blinding Light right now. No! No, they gotta get the courier out of here. Another death would be critical. Okay, they will save the courier. And Taku does get dusted out. Will they pop another RP is my question. They need Ice Path at least. They stun him out with the Ice Path. Skewer is pretty short, but he will fall. So another kill, and Taku just not finding the kills at all right now. Kya in a lot of trouble. He may have to pop the RP if he wants to live. No, it doesn't matter. Fancy Cat gets the Ice Path, but unfortunately, he will die as well, and that's 2 kills on the board for Root right there. Good relocate, getting them everything they wanted.
Absolutely. They get 3 kills trading Taku. One of them was tracked because Taku did manage to get that track off before he died. So fantastic. And again, when you're when you're doing so much damage to heroes like Magnus,
structures
who,
are
although he has his
fortified.
Blink and Arcanes, still scales quite well farm, as well as Jakiro, which means that Veil of Discord that you wanted to see so much will not be showing up for such an extended period of time. It's still a big win.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't
honestly,
even know.
I would still say that although Root have a pretty convincing advantage, it's depleting, and I think this is anyone's game. I'm gonna be bold and say that I think it's anybody's game, because
I completely agree.
Yeah.
If Shitbirds gets like 2 or 3 big team fights in a row, and they have the lineup for it, it's going to be tough for Root to come back, because
Right.
Root, frankly, doesn't have the team fight on the level of Shitbirds. When you look at the things that can interrupt Enigma's ult,
right.
I count 2 right off the bat.
2
from
even
Shitbirds.
when his BKB is complete.
And those are 2 abilities that they're going to use anyways.
Ooh, Sanju, he gets caught out, and any more kills like this, and I believe I have to take it back. Like, SBS, they have to be very, very careful. They're still in a delicate position. The Scythe of Ice for low clock is done. Root is a mid-game lineup, but we're still in the mid-game. We have not reached the late-game stage at which SBS are favored yet. They're going to have to play very carefully, not get picked off, and not constantly lose map objectives. Otherwise, Root are going to dominate them. If this goes longer, and everybody sort of gets up in levels, their respawn times become bigger and bigger, then I feel like SBS have an advantage because they can win a team fight big and just take out half of Root's base in one fell swoop. But until then, they've still got to be very careful, because 4 of Root's players are more valuable than all 4 of SBS's players. It's really just Dilated Mind at the top of the net worth stack with his BKB. I would actually love a BKB on Magnus as well at Kya.
I feel like the BKB is going to be absolutely necessary on Magnus. The only thing that you have to be really careful of on Root is when you're trying to interrupt...
Reality Rift, Fancy Cat gets caught out. 2 seconds stun. He might just get Nice Path off. RP will hit Taku and Rolo. They're skewered under the tower. 2 quick kills, and actually Fancy Cat still... How is he still alive? I think just a mechanism activation saved him there. Fun with an absolutely brilliant black hole in the high ground, but he gets interrupted. The golem comes down. Sanju's still alive. Ice Path, Macropyre. Monkeys Forever sitting in all of this. He's getting chased off. Lowclock gets out, but will Rolo and Monkeys Forever survive? Probably not, if I had to guess. They actually relocate. They're out. They made it out. Lowclock is stunned down. He might be able to blink out of this. Will he? Yes, he may make it out. He cancels his own Blink Dagger. Why? Sorry, his own TP. Why did he do that? He actually, the skewer will miss. Lowclock's still alive. The Shockwave, I don't think hit him. He's at 100 HP. He probably thinks Snow's alive, so Root Gaming, wow. I thought that would be a disaster, a calamity for them, but it's really only kind of an inconvenience.
They did lose 3 in that trade against Shitbirds 1. They actually didn't get the kill on Sanju.
Right.
Sanju made it.
They didn't
And I'm
get
not
it on
even
Sanju or
sure...
Fancy Cat. They just got it on Bear Force 1.
I don't even know how Sanju lived. Like, I was looking at his health pool the entire time. Lowclock, like, dropped a big Scream of Pain near him, but it's like, Sanju is so tanky.
Yeah.
Look at his items. So tanky.
Yeah, I mean, the double bracer. Now he has his Aghanims done from that fight because he survived. That's how big him surviving was. But I love this. I love Shitbirds' like a banner thing. It's so cute.
I know,
They
it's
don't even have a banner. They need a banner. They need
it's
a banner.
banana Rubik.
Oh, Fancy Cat in a bit of trouble here. 3 seconds down, they'll probably get this kill easy. And interesting enough, Shitbirds, even with better vision, aren't quite catching that out. Oh, they come back and kill Dilated Mind. That's an enormous kill. Securing the kill on the Gyrocopter will move them immediately into the Roshan. Root Gaming all of a sudden. Once again, the ball is in their court, and they're going to pick up this Roshan, put the Aegis on Monkeys Forever, and have a Chaos Net that's going to be a very, very big deal. He actually buys out the Mithril Hammer for his BKB, and they're going to town on this Roshan. Unfortunately, no buyback, or yes, they do have buyback on Dilated Mind, but SBS do not want to spend it. We do see the Veil of Discord begun for Jakiro, so that makes perfect sense. It's a smart pickup. And Root, they get the Aegis, and I don't know, SBS still in danger for at least 5-6 more minutes.
This is really tough for Shitbirds because Chaos Knight is not only tanky and hard to kill, now you have to kill him twice, and I don't think they actually have enough damage to really do that.
Right.
With the Armlet up, you're looking at a 200 health Chaos Knight. Yeah, they're not burning through that. That's not going to happen. They might be able to pick off the support and then kick Chaos Knight afterwards. But as long as Chaos Knight is, like, you know, intelligent about his BKB usage, as in die, then pop BKB, then pop Phantasm, I find it very hard for Shitbirds to be able to take down Monkeys Forever in this next trade.
And they don't know that he has BKB yet, because he held the other items for BKB in the fountain. He didn't actually put them on his hero until he finished it with the Mithril Hammer. So they do not know. They know that he has an Aegis, but they don't know that he also has a BKB. And so Monkeys Forever could be the tipping point in the next fight.
I don't know how much that's really going to make a difference on Shitbirds, because we're still looking at about 5.5 seconds at disable coming out of Shitbirds.
That's true.
That goes through BKB, and a slow that goes through BKB.
That's true.
So, I don't know. Oh.
Ice Path comes out. They don't actually land anything. Kya jumps in, and really nothing gained from there other than giving away their position. But still, Shitbirds, they are barreling down this mid lane. They are going to push towards the tier 2, try to secure some sort of advantage. But I don't know that they can prosecute this too far. I mean, they can try. They do have... Do they have Golem? They have Golem. They have RP. So, now that they have their ultimates up, they want to fight. And I mean, this makes sense. It's a sensible position for them. And unfortunately, they do have 2 lives on the Chaos Knight that they have to chew through.
Interestingly, Fun has opted to skip the Blink Dagger in this matchup and pick up the BKB instead.
Yeah.
I don't know how I really feel about the BKB. I guess it's pretty good because you could just get Ice Path, Hero sniped, and then your whole just would be awful. You would be very sad.
I mean, that's what happened to him in the last fight before he had it finished.
Yeah, but that said, it's still really hard for an Enigma to just walk up and...
Sure. Oh, Dilated Mind gets caught out. 2-second stun. Oh no, he didn't have his BKB up. He might die extremely quickly. Actually, Shadow Blades to get out of here, but they're chasing. The Phantasm pop. Monkey's Forever pops his BKB. 2 Golems on the ground, but Sanju going to get picked up very quickly, as is Fancy Cat. Kya is actually sheeped up. He is silenced. He's going to get taken down. Yes, Kya will die, and he actually was tracked up as well for what it's worth, which it's not worth much because there goes the Golems for SBS, and they did not get any kills with them. The RP remains standing, Dilated Mind remains standing, but SBS, that was a big loss for them, and Root are going to charge right up the middle, still with the Aegis on Monkeys Forever, now feeling like at this tail end of the mid-game, they're ready to take it all. Taku, he's got the Diffusal Blade. Starting from the next fight, he can start picking off some of those Golems with it. He is actually going, they actually relook at Dilated Mind. Will he die again? 4 seconds in, yes! They lose Dilated Mind 60 seconds. They will have to use that buyback as soon as Root go high ground, and they will. Just some critical mistakes from Dilated Mind playing on this carry here. Unfortunately, dying unnecessarily a couple of times. Taku cops a huge Illuminate to the face. Actually, their entire team does. But I think Root, they want to at least pop the buyback. They want to force the Gyrocopter to buyback, which will secure the network eventually. Taku gets illuminated again. Fancy Cat actually 3-second stun. Good blinding light for Bear Force 1, but unfortunately Fancy Cat's still being targeted. The upheaval, the RP, the Shockwave, and the Illuminate, that will at least be good to take down the Aegis, but here comes Black Hole. Bear Force 1 and Sanju trapped in it. Fun doing his best to continue channeling this. Bear Force 1 will probably take the fall here. Yes! Monkeys Forever is back. Post-Aegis. Kya can't survive. The Maleficentix will stun him down, and almost their entire team picked off here. Dilated Mind, I just can't believe he didn't buy back through all of that.
Oh, Fun's dead. Fun's dead.
Fun is dead. Yes, Monkeys Forever will live, though.
Yeah, I saw the Fatal Bond. I saw the 40 health. I was like, no, you're not making it today. Oh, poor Fun. But actually, fantastic defense coming out of Shitbirds, especially because they were doing it carry down. They did lose 3 in that trade, but they were able to burn the Aegis and get 4 kills. I believe they also... No, sorry, Rolo was fine. But Rolo was sitting on a lot of gold.
It was definitely a Pyrrhic victory in some respects, but here's the nice thing. I mean, they only spent 1 buyback. Just Kya's Magnus. Surprisingly enough, nobody else spent their buyback. Now, the fact is, most of Shitbirds cannot afford buyback. It's really just Dilated Mind that's still holding on to it. But, I mean, could be worse. And they keep their tier 3 and their Raxes, so still sticking in this game. And the thing is, with a combo like this, with a team that has this sort of team fight synergy, you can never completely count them out, because if they do win one big team fight, they could be right back in it.
I actually got to see, how far is he from this item? Jakiro's actually about 1,000 gold away from his Veil.
Veil, yeah.
And that is big. Once he gets to the Veil, we're talking about, like, a massive damage increase.
Right.
Well, actually, not that
They're going to need it,
Can't...
because Monkeys Forever is going to have his heart in about 600 gold.
And that's going to be difficult, because when you look at Shitbirds' lineup, they really, if there's one thing they lack single target damage.
Right.
And they lack that on an order of magnitudes. Although I do love that the Liquid Fire has been finally maxed out, because that actually causes huge problems for Chaos Knight.
Sure.
His illusions don't benefit from, so much from things like attack speed items, like the armlet attack speed bonus.
Right.
So actually, it's going to reduce the attack speed of the illusions dramatically.
Right.
Actually, I honestly think Liquid Fire is better than Dual Breath, personally.
They're both pretty good.
Hey, Rolo bought a Blink Dagger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he bought a Blink Dagger.
That...
because tether is basically a blink, except you have to do it to something.
Well, you can actually extend. I don't know if you saw that Navi video, but you can extend the range of your tether by using blink right after you tether.
Huh.
So you can actually be very, very far away, like way in safety, and still have the tether active. Maybe he'll use that trick, maybe he won't, but definitely an interesting pickup. I actually thought he might save for the heart.
I was hoping for the heart too, because imagine 2 hearts on Chaos Knight.
Sure.
Well, okay, it would be 1 heart and
has finished his BKB as well, so lots of BKBs coming up, and this is Root's plan. I mean, have enough magic community that suddenly you're not so worried about this wombo combo, and I think it's a sound plan, and SBS will have to have some sort of response. Demon Edge coming up for Gyrocopter, that he did buy out for that. I mean, he won't have buyback anymore if a fight breaks out. But I think they just feel confident that Root aren't going to quite high ground yet, and so far they've been right. Root haven't even made intimations in that direction.
I don't quite remember if... I think Orb of Venom now stacks with Diffusal Blade. I could be wrong. Yeah, it does.
It does.
I can see it. Yeah, it does. I can see it. That said, I kind of wish instead of Diffusal he got a Scotty. Because
no, I love this Diffusal. It's so good against golems.
That's absolutely the case, and I totally forgot about that. I'm thinking, like, because Warlock is never usually at the forefront of my mind. Right. But with 2 golems, it's still a problem.
Right. I mean, but actually, it's still good when Warlock has Ags, because you kill 1 golem, and then it's as if he doesn't have the Ags. It's actually worse, because the individual golems are weaker. The flip side being that there are 2.
They do the same amount of damage from Flaming Fists and Immolational, which are really the big sources of Warlock golem damage.
Yeah, but they're easier to kill.
Yeah, but it's not like that much of a damage reduction from buying up Ags on a Warlock.
Sure.
As opposed to...
Oh, they're going to try to catch Taco out. They actually feint the RP. Really? RP just on Taco. Interesting. This will protect their golems in the event of a fight, but it's interesting that they decided to pop the RP for it. What do you think about that?
I cannot say that was worth it. Not with any sort of serious...
buyback.
I can't say that was worth it, though. Just because that is a long cooldown, and... You're talking about, like, when Root still have all of their teamfight abilities. They still have...
Well, they don't have Bounty Hunter, though.
They have Phantasm, though. And they have...
Oh, here we go. Fun, actually. BKBs. Triple Black Hole. Oh, this is going to be a lot of damage. Sanjo already taking a bunch, but only a 2-second stun on him. The call down. The golems. Where's the Fatal Bonds? I don't think it's up. Sanju will actually go down, and they don't have quite enough damage just yet. Monkeys Forever. He is so difficult to kill with that heart. And the BKB. 3-second stun on Qiao. The Ice Path gets thrown down. Monkeys Forever, actually. I think his BKB may have expired, but they just can't kill him. They can't kill the Chaos Knight. He's picking off everybody. Bear Force 1 goes down. They may finally bring him down. But oh man, they paid a lot for that. 3 deaths just for the Chaos Knight. Lokelock limps away. Actually, no, he doesn't limp away. The Fatal Bonds will pick him off. Fun is being chased. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know that SBS actually got what they wanted from here. Maybe the golems can take down this tier 2 tower, because of course we don't have buyback on Chaos Knight. We don't have buyback on Queen of Pain. Oh, it was actually homing missile?
Yeah, it was a homing missile. Honestly, Shitbirds can't high ground off of that, but that really is kind of a proof of concept that Shitbirds will wreck everything you hold dear if they get a good RP off.
Is that what you're
yes, I was gonna go with that, but I felt like it was too redundant.
Oh, come on. No. Jakiro only about 300 away from Veil of Discord. That'll be good for them. And Roshan is actually up. If I were SBS, I'd make a play for this Rosh right quick.
Yeah, they have to get this within the next 25 seconds. They know they have 25 seconds. They know that Black Hole is down. There is no way Root can contest it in the next 20 seconds, and they are not. They are being way too careful.
Gotta go for this Roshan, in my opinion. There's no... They can get it, I think. They have the damage. No, it's too. It's kind of too late now, because CK and Quap will be up. We do get a ping out, but it comes from Monkeys Forever.
Yeah, that...
Interesting.
Too late. They needed to go for it.
They've got RP is my thing. God, I don't know. I mean, they're still at such a level disadvantage. Level 12 Keeper of the Light compared to the lowest person on Root being level 17. Actually, RP comes out on Taku again. God, they hate this Bounty Hunter. A stun coming out on Qiao. 4-second stun. Oh no. He used that RP and now he is dead, and so is Sanju. There's no way he survives this. Good Ice Path, good Blinding Light. The macro power comes down, but Monkeys Forever is BKB'd, and this is not the fight Shepherds wanted at all. Sanju on the ground, Qiao on the ground, Fancy Cat possibly falling to the ground as well. 3-second stun, tether stun. Can he make it out? Can this Jakiro survive? Maybe not. The Ice Path comes out. The spirits are doing damage. He is on the high ground. He may escape. Monkeys Forever still chasing. He wants that reality rift. Yes, they get the college hero. That's a bigger deal than you might realize. Because, oh man, forget that. 4 seconds on Dilated Mind, 74 seconds to run. No buyback. I think Root may have just won the game just by that incredible Chaos Knight charge across the middle. SPS, once again, they've done it 4 times this game for the 5th time. The 5th time they use the RP on the Bounty Hunter, and they finally pay for it. Root take complete advantage of that ultimate usage and run in, mop up SBS's teamfight heroes, mop up their carry, and move on to the first set of racks. Here comes the second set of racks. SBS don't have the buyback. They don't have the buyback on a single hero. Bear Force 1 doing what he can with his Keeper of the Light, but instead just falls yet again. Kiosk here, 3 seconds done. Monkeys Forever just slaps him down. Too much damage coming through Chaos Knight. No illusions even. He could just pop Phantasm to finish this tower off if he wanted, and this might be it. This might be Root advancing to the losers bracket final. They are certainly making a strong case for themselves. Sanju, he's got the Golem. Can he make something happen? He started Refresher. The Golem comes down. Where's the Fatal Bonds? He actually gets Reality Rifted. 4 seconds done. Damage from Rolo. Damage from Fun. The Malefice will hit. Sanju's still alive. Good Ice Path, but just the coordination isn't there. They're coming up too disparately. They don't have 2 people up at the same time, or the second person comes up just as the previous person is dying. And SPS, they're just getting bled to death here. Root don't need the Roche. They just need to finish this. Dilated Mind has come up. He does not have the ultimate support that he needs. He actually gets immediately turned into a little piglet. Bear Force 1 is back up. Fancy Cat is back up. They've lost 4 Raxes, but maybe they're not out yet. Maybe they still have a tiny bit of a shot. Dilated Mind, he isn't that Shadow, but he's got his MKB finished, so he does a lot of damage. That's part of the reason he didn't have that buyback. And they need to defend this last set of racks. Fancy Cat, 4 seconds done. The Shivas comes out and hits just on the Chikiro. Call down will hit Monkey's Forever. It'll slow him down, but no damage since the big event. Oh my god, that Chaos Knight is big. The Phantasms managed to pick up the Gyrocopter incredibly quickly. Kia will get killed basically in the fountain. A completely useless black hole here, but actually Reality Rift saves the quality of the black hole. And that is it. We see SBS GGing out, and unfortunately this will be the end of the tournament for them. Root Gaming move on to the losers bracket final of the Netolic Raid Call Pro League, where they will face Arctic, yes.
Top tower has fallen.
Wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. I was saying that Shitbirds with only 2 racks down could turn this around because they have Gyrocopter. Then it was 2 racks down and 4 guys down, and Gyrocopter got instantly killed by 4 simultaneous crits.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much you can do against that.
I mean, in the end, I feel like SPS just they kind of lacked the whole package of coordination in that game. They had a good strategic plan, in my opinion, and they got to the point at which they could enact that plan, but they just kept having people caught out. I mean, either the supports or, in a lot of cases, Dilated Mind, frankly. I don't think there was any reason for this Gyrocopter to have 8 deaths in this game.
I completely agree. I feel like, well, Shitbirds, I had the overall stronger lineup, especially when it came to this late game period, when, you know, relocate isn't as significant. The coordination just was not there to take advantage of the Wombo combo style lineup we've had. And to be honest, as the tournament goes, Wombo combo has been proving very weak in this tournament.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Maybe it has something to say with some of the more amateur level teams that are playing here, but maybe. But that said, phenomenal play coming out of Root. 22, 6, and 17 out of this Chaos Knight, and 8, 5, and 27 from Wisp. Honestly, I think instead of a Blink Dagger, he should have bought a Dagon.
On the Wisp? Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It honestly got to the point where it really didn't matter what was on the Wisp anymore.
No.
But honestly, this Chaos Knight and the roaming Wisp combo was just so strong, and I felt like even though Taku got caught out quite a lot of times, he did a lot of work with just providing vision for those jumps.
And he was like a big dangling like grub at the end of a fishing reel, really, in the end, because SPS were using RP for him so much, and in the last fight, I feel like that actually turned the entire game, because they didn't have an RP to respond to Monkeys Forever and Rolo jumping on them. Maybe if they had, it wouldn't have been, they would have escaped at least. Because that, I feel like up until that point, the snowball hadn't really started rolling. Like, they still sort of had a shot, but after that, they never had 5 players. There was no point from then on in which 5 SBS players were alive.
It felt less like a snowball in that case and more like an avalanche, because the game went from okay, Shitbirds can still win this too. They're done in
Yeah.
the span of a minute and a half.
Yeah, no, absolutely, you're right.
And it's things like that which make you think, what could a Shitbirds done better? And I do completely agree. It came down to the RP usage. RPs were mostly popped on Taku and Taku alone. And while they did get those kills, Taku died a lot. 10 deaths. He didn't die nearly as much as the people coming out of Shitbirds.
Yeah. All right. So, well played to them, no doubt. Shitbirds put together some fantastic performances in their time in this tournament, and unfortunately they will end just outside of the money, ending up in 4th place. So, Root Gaming, meanwhile, they move on to the Losers Bracket Finals. The Losers Bracket Finals will be played on the 28th of... Sorry, the 27th? Help me out here, please. 28th?
Let me tell you. 28th.
The
This
28th
Sunday.
will be the Losers Bracket Finals, but we do have another game for you coming up in about 11 hours, folks, and it is a doozy. It is the Losers Bracket Round 3 matchup in the East Division between Orange and VG. Two teams that we may be expected to see in the Grand Finals, but we won't see one of them in the Grand Finals because one of them will be eliminated in 11 hours. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Thank you to all the Dota TV viewers who picked up a tournament ticket for this tournament. We really appreciate your patronage. Of course, people watching on Twitch TV just as much. Thank you for checking out our stream today. This was Twitch TV/Netolic TV, Netolic TV, covering in English both the Western and Eastern divisions of this bipartite tournament. Your casters today were Vykromond and El Presidente. El Prez, you have a Twitter, I believe.
Yes, I have a Twitter. It's at @LPresDota. I have... It went from 4 back down to 3. Made me kind of sad. But I have one. You should follow me, and I'll do more tweeting. If you follow me, I will tweet. If
you follow him, he will tweet. It's a little bit of a Field of Dreams inspirational speech coming out from our dear co-caster there. And I myself am Vykromond. You can check me out VYKROMOND, either the .com or the YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, whatever your network of choice may be. I am there. I do have to say, if you're trying to, people have tried to friend me on Steam. My Steam friends list is completely full. So sorry, I won't even see your invitations, but I do appreciate you very much. I would love to talk to you on Twitter or Twitch or YouTube. I'm very, very responsive if you message me there. At any rate, thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, games will resume in 11 hours with Orange versus Vici Gaming, Mushi versus ZSMJ, and I will not even deign to make a prediction there because I will probably be wrong. Any other thoughts, Valprez, before we sign off?
The East bracket looks like GEST plus Vici Gaming.
Yeah.
And honestly, I am looking forward to seeing that game a lot.
Yeah. It'll be huge. And it's the best of one, so it'll be like high pressure huge.
Yeah, they don't feel the heat's not off for them yet. They have to win that before they can even get a chance at that $400 of cash prizes.
Yep.
Well, not cash prizes, just prizes in general, but half of it's in cash.
Yeah, I think it's more. It's like 600.
No, it's 200 for third, 300 for second, and then 500 for first.
Yes, right. All right. Thanks so much for watching, folks. We will take the stream off in just a few minutes, but thank you. We appreciate you, and see you later.